How's it going, everybody? And this is a little bit of blueprints here. Yeah, we're just gonna play that because I felt like playing it, and I had a moment here, so might be one or two, might only be one. Who knows? That's the fun of it. Now, last time we were playing, we're already on day 19. We were having terrible, terrible luck solving anything. We couldn't even get that far into the building here. Though I am trying to kind of, excuse me, find every room I can. One major thing I kept trying to do last time I played was find the key to that garden, which I just didn't find it. That's one I have a few notes there that might be it. Just none of it seemed to work out. 8 classrooms. Is there a music in the classroom? You know what? We're gonna open it. Felt like it might have been. Nope, it was just those closing addresses. Can't open the desk, though. We're not allowed to steal from the teacher. Am I allowed to? Why you do that, but interesting. Something to dig there. Wait a minute. Herbie. Oh, there's something etched into that desk. Interesting. Not sure that Herbie is exactly a helpful thing. But yeah, the two things we were really trying to find is there's musical sheets, and we had. Let me bring up my notes here. Yeah, we had a few letters, M, E, G, and T. But we also had 8 messages with 4 of them given. We had found 5, but I don't remember where I found it. But 8 was message. Now 5 was an entirely different one, but first words on the blank, blank, blank message. Now we should have 4 coins to start, which is very nice. We have more luck usually going to the left. Kind of a weird thing that happens. I think picking the den early like this is usually when it goes ugly, but we're going to try it again. There's going to be 8 extra classrooms like this. This isn't too bad. Bad time to do that, but I think you can get multiple classrooms. So it isn't a bad idea to do that because we already have it, or a pantry. This one gives me some stuff. This one was the note where the mountain was yellow, the heart was orange, and the hourglass was purple. Not sure how that works out, where we're going to use it. I did mess up the closet in a very, very poor way. Unfortunately, it could be nice for 4 items, but I definitely messed that up. I wonder if you can go in and like kind of change that. I think pantry's better here, despite classroom being nice and giving us many, many rewrites. Observatory's really, really good. It's going to cost us a gem, though. Painful, but I think it's better to get that done. Now, I believe this is the one that'll give you more dead ends still, because we're at 14. So we want to not touch it and wait until 15. This could be an interesting timing for this. What I'm thinking of doing here is I hope this is a closet. Never is. It never is. A library this way is okay. Yeah. It do. While drafting in the library, you get extra. We can sign up for a new book as well. The fixed stars, which is interesting. We need to add more to it. Go ahead and do that now. One time there was a key in here. I think it was just sitting on the table, so it was just chance. That's okay. I'm not sure what's up with the empty books. Books upstairs have kind of a track of yourself. Bookshop, I do not have the money for. We could take a wine cellar and just get the value, or take a bookshop. Hate to spend it. Let's just grab the wine cellar. Despite it being not the best strategy here, that is a fantastic boost of gems there. I'm just going to have to go through here. Now, I have two choices. I could go back around. Start from the entrance hall. Let me see if this is a closet. I'm going to do it. I just want to do it because I have the value. Rabbit's foot, which means more items. Now, I could have doomed myself doing that. In fact, I'm almost certain we've done that. We're going to have to pay again, go the whole way around. But we got 4 items, which actually, all things considered, ended up pretty weak. Now, if we get dead ends here, we'll be in real trouble. A security room now would be very, very early. I think we just go for a hallway here. My strategy can be questionable for sure. That in mind. Walk-in closet or breakfast nook. Let's go ahead and do this because I want to keep both my options open for right now. And a morning room. Not bad. Sometimes you get a coupon book there, but not this time. A parlor is interesting, but can definitely get us stuck. I think we go for a redraw here. That would give me more gems, but definitely could lead to some ugly times. Let's go ahead and redraw. Maybe get spare room would be fantastic. Kind of a thing we wanted here. And then if this turns into something that lets us move on, that's okay. A kitchen has food for sale, which is nice, but we don't have the money. So I think we take a bedroom here. Usually not too much in here. We get the car keys again. Not exactly helpful. We have already seen those many of times. Now we're going to have to take the parlor. Which, funny enough, we've only failed this once. Not reading. Let's see if we can make that too. The other 2 boxes are empty. Boxes false. True. The other 2 boxes are false. Yeah. If that is not true, white box is true. These say the other 2 boxes are false. This one can't be there, and the other 2 boxes are empty. Right, so one of these, so let's say this one's true. White box is true, and if that's true, that means what this says has to be true. The other 2 boxes are false, which cannot happen. So these 2 are both. Now, this one could still be true, but this one can never be true. That one is false, and it says other 2 boxes are empty. Could be true. Let's open this one. That one could be true. But no, this one's unlikely. That one was true. That one would be correct. But for that one to be correct, this one can't be that. So guessing box. Let's see if we got a 2 failure. We did not. Okay. Well, not quite, but someday. All right, so this is going to lead us further in. Dining room would be a little bit early, but I do like how it's set up. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and grab that. We can always come back to this after we reach rank 8. We are a little light on keys at the moment. Storeroom now is an interesting idea, or we can just take the garage. which is fine because we get lots of keys, and we have the car keys, which is even more items. Okay. There. Nice. And we also have potential to save keys with the lockpicking kit. It's also good. Now, another major thing, there's Swan Song. Like they use that quite frequently. But there's supposed to be 8 envelopes that are red. The Alazar was kind enough to tell us that we will be getting 7 of them. Okay, so this could be very bad if these are dead ends. Corridor or the office spreading us over there. Go to the office. You know what? We haven't done the office. That is a new one, so let's go ahead and grab that. Immediately gives us a lot of new things. Okay. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. I had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I am not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings. Knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Why is March of the Count black compared to it? Only thing that could happen there is that March is a month. Okay, so just write that down. Flight of the Queen. The Count. And we'll put black. And rest are red. Just put it next to the black lettering to make it easy in case I have to read back on this. Rest. Good. Oops. Helps if you don't click off the game. Okay. A few options there. BRB screens. Oops. Okay. Now we back on the file. We'll do Fall of the Lord. Passing of Barons. And Herrings of Major. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need those, but you know what? I'm going to write it down just to be safe. Now, did we get a security room? I don't believe. Maybe a problem sooner rather than later, depending on how we go here. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers. Okay, so that's just telling you that the greenhouse is definitely where one is. Oh, there's a disc right here. Oh, I was thinking security room was the only answer, and that's where I always did it, but any room works. Aquarium. Now, this is good. Okay, goldfish aquarium is 10 gold. Starfish, you get 1 star, or is a power source? That makes it one of every color, which it always was. Never mind, I'm being silly. A power source, a star. I feel like you get to a point with star that you just don't need it. You push the stars a lot higher, but I don't remember that being worth it. 10 gold is nice, but gold often isn't that powerful. I think power source is really. Hopefully that is not a poor decision. It probably is. Just like the empty closet. Now, what else can we gather from this? Here? Face? Nothing like in the eyes or anything weird. Okay, no. Nothing out of that. Huh. Okay, well that is a new room. Solved and explored, so... Oh, Lockpick kit does in fact work. A morning room is a good choice here because there's no reason not to take it. It goes the perfect route. Get 2 gems while we're at it. Sometimes there are items in here as well. Is this if I want to waste the key? Yes, I think that's a good option here. 1 key, so it actually turned out to be 2 extra keys. You know, I haven't really closely in here. Doesn't look like it's anything substantial. Can't look at the book or touch any of that. Sunflower on the table. Okay. How are we doing for items? We have, in fact, lockpick, magnifying glass, nothing that really fuses. I think we go for classroom here. We've already been through here and kind of solved that one. You get apple. Okay, nothing out of line there. The 8 is flipped. Infinity sign, which is interesting. Okay. This one, lockpicking kit, does work. Security will send us the wrong way. A kitchen sends us up. Corridor sends us across. Funny enough, I think we want to go corridor here. Even though that isn't progressing us anywhere. It is slightly safer because we're really fishing for something like this. So I don't really want that. You know, I could have re-rolled a few rooms, but I think we'll do okay to just take this room. Oh, now we see more of the worksheet. Interesting. So, what do we have? 3. Okay. Let's get all of these in there. 73 equals. 98 equals. Okay. And then we will get 22 equals. Okay. I'm not going to have 613 every time. We're just 3 equals on every line. 3 is yellow. Red. We'll just say red. That fits for what we need. Okay, 73. These way out there. Way out here. 98. 8. Yellow. And then we'll that work. Sense using this in Notepad, but so be it. 2 red. Red. It scared by my own cat. 1 red. Next. Can't see it. Thank you. Red. Okay, so we want to go through as many classrooms as we can. 1 yellow. Okay, so look at the colors. Oh, okay, so now we're going to find so I think this is going to show us the same thing as the 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 dartboard that had the colors. I think it's the same one, with yellow being minus, and then pink was multiplication. No, I think that was purple. So this is very incorrect, and this is equally incorrect. I believe pink will be multiplication in this scenario. They got 9 out of 12 right, which, yeah, this is correct. That's correct. This is correct. That is correct. 4. So we just got to see which ones would be wrong. Not sure what we need all the correct answers for. I'm just going to eat this. And most of them correct, and that's a 12 again. This is correct. So that's multiplication. So 5 times 3, that is correct. Where did they mess up here? So that's 7 minus 3, that is correct. 6, yeah, that should be 2. Correct. Correct. 3, that is correct. This is 6. That would be 18. We got that. Okay. It's not division. I'm not sure. Sure how to work with that? Thought maybe oh. Well, there's no mystery there. It's just literally on the board. If I didn't try to remember it off of the other thing, that would have worked. I'm assuming I got to take a lot of classrooms here to get our power. Grade 2 that. If we get more classrooms, that would be... Oh, can't lockpick it with that. We'll use one of our 7 keys. Another classroom would be decent. Bring us to 7. I think the pool is a good choice here, just because we have it. Not a bad call. We also get a free key. Let's go ahead and try to go here. 8, so need be back. Now, a pump room isn't bad. You need that, or I go for classroom to get the 3rd rank. Let's just go classrooms. Yeah, so let's see what the next one is. Use the elements below to form answers to each question. Drop. What? Not sure if that's important or not. Okay. Why are we... Science is 92. That might be useful information. Don't know if we'll need to actually keep the periodic table. Why is this here? There's a reason that's there. Yeah, they didn't just put that there for fun. So ice. They put in a gas state as gas. Incorrect. Miss Peterson. Disrespectful. See me after class. Well, you know, maybe she wasn't wrong, Mrs. Peterson. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's go ahead and do this one next. That will be useful. All right, so we have AT I W E Now, what we want to do is none of those are important to us. First, I need to find all of our options. I like that you didn't put the numbers there, so I'll have to grab that elsewhere. I haven't used this in so long, I do not remember the numbers. Okay, so have that ready. Head and get some of our answers. This is a bunch of spaces there, so we can do that. So this one here found, which was 95. Not sure what all this will turn into, but we're going to try it. 8. Yes, there's I actually 3. Okay. Let me just get all of these in here just so we have the news or the different things. The actual so sad they didn't use iron. That one I could have told you. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have remembered the number. Who am I kidding? Okay, so we have that one. R. Okay, that CE. R. I said CE. 68 for ER. For that back to here. Whoops. Want an extra number. Okay, so there we go. And our last number will be I might be doing all of this, and this is not what they were expecting you to do. I have 85. Okay. So, what are all those numbers going to do for us? Is the question. I don't know why they would put that there. Some interesting numbers. Well, I have them there. I don't know if we needed the name of them or the number themselves. A lot of them there. Another classroom would be stupendous right now. Actually, we can redraw as many times as we need. Although I don't actually want to do that. Actually, a classroom would be perfect. Or we could take a pump room. I take pump room now. If we get a classroom, we get another grade. Might be important to do. And that is kind of what we're looking for. So let's just keep digging. Let's see if we can get a classroom. A rumpus room. Not a bad find either, but it goes straight. You know what? Go ahead and do that. We'll let him be all mysterious and give us some ideas here. Usually money involved in this room, but not this time, huh? I do have a coin. We will let him give us a story. Spin us a tale, Alzara. You know, if they put this much effort and we find out later this was all just to make you go on goose chases, that would be pretty funny. Though I doubt it. Only because he said about the red envelopes and then I found one. So, you know, we'll see what he has to say for us. We'll keep an idea on it. Oh no, there should be coins in here somewhere, and they said to 8. I'm just not seeing it. Sir, I promised money. I do wish to collect. Ah, well, there it is. Okay, now we hope for a classroom. Lockpick does not work. Classroom, please? Drawing room does do us some favors. We take this one. Go ahead and go with the free redraws, as nice as the gems are. I don't think the classroom has an expense. I don't believe, anyway. Yeah, and then we don't get anything useful here. So what I do is go down from here. Lockpick kit? No, unfortunately not. We do have plenty of keys, though. Classroom, please. No dice there. A patio allows us to continue on. Has a gem requirement, and then it spreads gems in green rooms, or we read. I think just take the patio. We're going to go up here, see what this is asking for. Lockpick kit, unfortunately the same. Pump room actually does what we want. Now, the main thing we're going to want in that next room is 100% a nice free key is very good, and a gem also useful. Classroom would be interesting. Courtyard does bring us further down, which is useful. Okay, let's go ahead and run across here. Okay, and then we're just going to go here. Lockpick kit does work. Boiler room gives power. Now, the problem here is if I take it there, it's not going to do it. Gymnasium doesn't do any favors either. Yeah, we are absolutely doomed if we take it, but Gymnasium is just going to make us lose steps, which is unfortunate. Okay, well, that's all right. We're really just doing this to get more classrooms if we can manage. Now, there should be the one doorway. Go ahead and flip the switch. Take the power. I don't think it matters because we can't go backwards from here. We can send it this way. Because we're sending it that way, if we find any rooms that could take power, then we'll be fine. Security room with power. Don't really need a security room. I need to go back to the office. I put the disc in, but I didn't do the things I needed to do. Yeah, that was a slight mistake. Though we could do this and then get to the foundation. So right now it might be okay to do that. Okay, so what we really need is a right turn, which could be a classroom. We're going to have to use our last gem on that. It is not preferred, but items are for sale. Go ahead and I don't think there's anything we need to do here except Go ahead and go here, key card system. We're going to change the settings so the security level will be low. Not sure what turning the security settings to high would do. Something to keep in mind. Security menu, estate inventory. There is a gem somewhere that I did not grab. Fine. We'll go ahead and log it in. Song. Excuse me. I don't know if you have to connect this to the network to even do anything with it. I don't know that. Okay. Remote terminal access. View active terminal. Office is there, so we can just log into it. Why not? Run payroll. Servants' quarters and mage chambers. Okay, so gold's there. Is that all that does? Okay, so the office didn't really matter too terribly much. Red gold throughout the rooms. Fortunately, it wasn't this room. Let's take a look at what we can get here. A metal detector, sleeping mask. Let's take a look here. What are our options? We have a triple here, which isn't bad. Sledgehammer won't really help us too much, but a shovel could be. We don't have enough money for anything else, so we're just going to keep moving. Steps are going to be a major thing we're going to have to worry about here. A few extra coins is good. Because if nothing else, if we really need to run all the way back, we can go to the dining room. It's not too far off of this. Yeah. Then we have the pool. We have a pump room to look through. We just did not bring the energy up through. If we sent it... I think all we could do is send it through here, and it can go down, so we need to find something that's... That is an ending to this side of the story. Okay. We are going to go back up. Fortunately, you can't grab any coffee. It'd be, incredibly useful to you. The nice thing is now we can start digging through all of this. Fortunate luck, but probably better that we do it anyway. Okay, well that's fantastic. Didn't even know you could get food out of the ground. Not at least in this game. Our key is not bad, although gems are the main concern here. There's some money. Okay, do we go through a pump room? Not much more we could do. We could pump a lot of extra. I don't know why you would pump water out of the kitchen. That I'm not sure. Or the greenhouse. I don't think we've actually ever pulled the greenhouse. We need a card for this. Okay, then we're stuck going to the pool. Only we could get the rest of it out of the pool. I don't know if the reservoir matters, but if you look at what we have here, we need to somehow... I don't know if this can just pull out of either. So I think what you do, yeah, so it'll pull out of this one and the kitchen. What is the kitchen tied to? Tied to this one. So what we need to do is from I believe tank pump 4 pool go straight to tank 1, but we need to pull out of the tank, go to 3 or 5. Sting Grammar greenhouse, so we just need to get anything out of there. This one goes do this one. We need to somehow, so this one only goes to the kitchen. Okay, and this one only goes to the pool. Trying to think how we can pull this one, pull into that one is the main puzzle here. The aquarium I don't want to pull from. Reservoir? That, is this it right here? Oh. The extra coins. Oh, yes, and that has another yeah, the fountain outside, I think if we could drain that, but that's going to take a lot. I think requires you getting power to here and then really draining them. Answer I could have. Filling up the pool would not be the worst thing in the world. I don't think there's anything at the bottom of the pool. You can pull from the aquarium, which I don't know why you would do that, or pull from the greenhouse, which again is another one we didn't pull from. I was just hoping there was something in the pool we could get to, but without having a way to jump into there. Look at it, pump 2 can go to either 1 or 2. We need to pull out from there, send it over to tank 2. So I think I got it. So we need to switch this over. Go from the reservoir. Send it. Fill this up. Far as it will go. Switch this. And we pull it from there. This feels very obvious. Okay. And then we have tons of space here. And we from the pool. That should drain the last of the pool. Can we fill the kitchen? Do we want to fill the kitchen is the question. Pump 1. Am I looking at the wrong one? Kitchen is number 3, which should be pump 1. Like we can. Interesting. Why can the kitchen take no extra? Kitchen can never have 3? I see why things were a little suspicious then. That explains quite a bit of our... Oh, I'm sorry, this is 4. Well, you know, sometimes you can read, sometimes you cannot. Okay, so now that we've done that, I don't know why we would use the reservoir for this little tank, but we want to get to the pool, which is thankfully not too far. Really hoping for more classrooms. So let's see what we can find down here. Just money. Okay, then that is certainly not what I'm looking for. It almost looks like this would open up, being honest with you, but doesn't look like we're doing that. So next thing I'm going to want to do then, alternatively, is we want to drain the fountain out front. So I'm going to take everything out of it. That's all we have. Turn that off for a second. So let me take a look here. These both go to pump 2. So what we need to do is actually just pick fountain and just start filling these up. Or hold on a second. We need to fill both of these up completely to from here. I guess we could have just done that with kitchen because that's the one we want to do this with. It doesn't quite make a lot of sense to even mess with the reservoir if we don't need to. Put that all back in there. And we'll switch to the fountain. Do everything there. I have no idea why I'm adding extra steps. One of those things. Okay, so go ahead and pull everything from it to there. And I think what we do is just switch it to the pool. Send it right back through. It's going to take quite a bit to empty that fountain. I don't know if that's a good idea to do this, but at this point, it's for the mystery of it all. What can we really pull? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. This will take 3, and then this takes 1. So I think we switch to here. Well, hopefully 3, leaving 1, and we can move the last one over there. Like that will be the case. Fantastic. Now we need to get out of here and check what the fountain's doing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. You have, so I may be able to just check this quickly on our way through. We can at least try. If the room is not fortunate, if it's not a classroom, then we're not worried about it. Lockpick gonna work. Unfortunately not. A coat check for a vault room, a ballroom. Well, I do not have the gems. We could take a workshop, I suppose. What items do I have? Nothing substantial, but might as well take it. We have the extra steps at the moment. We have this, which is nice, and maybe we'll get an extra letter. Nice. Got the letter M again. There's the message. We'll see if anything fuses. I don't think the rabbit's foot anything. Shovel with broken lever, not quite. Magnifying glass with lockpick. This, oh, and then we need the other thing, which was just the jackhammer, which was not helpful. Lockpick, nope. Still a no. If we could take a right turn, there is the vault. That will not help us. I guess our only choice is actually West Hall because we can't afford the vault, which will let us keep going, though it will be locked. As nice as that is, we definitely want to start heading back out at this point because we need to get to the dining room to get some extra food. I don't believe... Expect to see some I do like that they can randomly put money throughout the place. Oh, there was a gem. I feel like that was from another room we picked. Yep, that was the patio. Might have been an extra one in that other room, but definitely missed out on that. Now. Here we are. Whole chicken. Wild quail. Trophy room. Well, we do not have a trophy room. I've never even seen that. That is new, but we'll take the 20 steps. Now we need to find our way outside as soon as possible. Funny enough, if we had power to, or we could have shut off this, which we have the hallway on our way through, that could actually be very beneficial. I will check that room on the way by. That could be... Well, none of these are all that useful. But we could definitely pick this just to have it out of the way. Yeah, we're going to do that. To get it out of the way and not even enter it. So I'm thinking the fountain out front is what we drained. It's actually a secret in it. Okay. That is what I was thinking, because there should have been no reason to have to drain this. So now we can go down into the fountain. Now this is an interesting little area. Oh. There's another way to the basement if we have a key. Well, at least it will be empty for all future endeavors. Now, we did take the schoolhouse. Not pick enough schoolrooms here. I don't know if what we found was actually useful, but taking 3 of them does seem like that was a good amount. I don't know if getting all of them was necessary. However, I do believe that is all we can do. Well, the West Wing is still available. I guess we can go check it out. Where we consider this done. Should have enough steps to get there. No reason not to do it. And we don't even have to go through the gymnasium. We're going to take quite a few steps. We will not have much time to find anything. But if we get a final classroom, that would be nice just to see what's available. Okay. Lockpick does not work, but we do have keys. Is it a classroom? Sauna will give us that. A lab will allow us to continue, or we just take the sauna. The laboratory have anything? Let us start with 20 extra steps, and we can see a new room. I honestly don't think we have much hope of actually getting up to it, and the room's not unlocked. I think we just take the sauna and call it a day. A lot safer. Really not much we're going to get out of the lab, except another room potentially, but this is guaranteed new room. We're just going to take the new room and get the 20 tomorrow. There is a key in here. Fine. Now we can check this off the list. This is not a new room. Not bad. Oh. Why? Why are there arrows here? Is that not strange? I don't see any other arrows like that. It's like the drawing room. Well, either way, that is day 19 for us. I go ahead and stop that. Now we get 20 extra steps. Is that really all that impressive? Probably not. But We did quite well. 3 classrooms, an impressive schoolhouse. 95 steps. We found 2 new rooms. That's just great. I'm not even sure what the other new room is. The sauna was new. Wine cellar was not. The only thing I can think is that bottom. Oh, the empty closet. Yes, because that is technically a new room. I'm very disappointed with that upgrade. That was a mistake. I thought we'd still get the 2 items and it would be 6 items. 4 items for the stipulations is a little bit bad. Quite bad. Oh, you can see this is still empty. So we always have that key available. Now, I'm thinking if you unlock one of those doors, it stays unlocked. Is the main thing to keep in mind. And what we also need to do is really find that key code. Just cannot remember. Saw it, and I knew I needed the magnifying glass when I did it. A shrine. You know what? We're going to take the shrine, just see what it is. Okay, so it seems like if you can get a lot of money here, you drop it all off and get a multiple day blessing. Not sure what those blessings will be. At least we marked it off. And if nothing else, it does give you something to do. If you're, if you get cut off, you might as well give it everything you've got. Can't throw gems into it, strangely. You think they would take those? Not quite. So of the 20 extra, we waste 6, but we waste 6 anyway. Yeah, I think 4 is such a small amount, it wasn't worth doing that. A hallway to start? Sure. Kitchen or a breakfast nook? I kind of like the breakfast nook here, only because the kitchen have any of the goods there. The guest bedroom's nice too, but I hate taking the dead ends this early. That's how I got really unfortunate spawns. Morning room. Ready? I thought you had to take something specific for that. I could have sworn you had to take something for that. We could take the morning room or the parlor. I kind of like this one because it'll give us the 2 and it kind of loops around. So that's always fine. We get a salt shaker as well. So if we find food, that would be really nice. Take the 2 gems. Okay. Now I'm going to do the next one from here. Walk-in closet, taking a gem, or we could do a den and move straight up through. The walk-in closet kind of pins us a little bit. 4 items is pretty good, so take it. So, oh, that is a fantastic find. Ready? Now we don't have to worry about it. We now get a security room. We should take it. Because what I'm assuming is if you find this card, you should get the security room and turn it to high security. And then you're just set. See what happens here. We can get that to happen. Corridor is fine. We'll just actually do that and then head this way. Den is actually really perfect for that. We do not want to take a dead end, especially not this early. That would put everything in one hallway, and I'm not liking that. The more open you keep it, the better it is. A pantry is actually not bad at the moment because that, again, keeps everything open. And we have the salt shaker, so we get extra food. We're getting money. We do not want to buy things, so any shops we should avoid. A courtyard will give us 2, and we only pay 1, which is fantastic. We could take this. And save the courtyard for later, because this early might not be locked. Hopefully not. It is not. A chapel is not necessarily the best thing, but with what we have here, I'm just going to put it there, and then if we have to use it. See anything, but we'll go ahead and go here next. We could go kitchen to move through, or a conference room. Let's redraw. These are all worse. Just take the extra 10 steps. We're going to have to waste some money. Keep getting the car keys like this. Not terrible, but the car keys do not help you. It just kind of replaces. That'll be good. See what we can do here. If this... Oh, I mean, we could take the empty closet and get 4 items. Yeah, this is greedy. Very greedy, but we're going to have some rerolls, so that'll be fun. Get running shoes, which is actually really beneficial. We have to go back and forth. That'll be nice. Never have to go in there again. So a garage is actually bad. This is okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. This is a lovely room that I'm still stumped by. 2 dice. We have this picture here, but I kept thinking this picture was the one that would show us that outside, but I just do not remember where that was. We had a note in the conference room that said the safe code was 9083. That is not the case. We go spare room or reroll. Spare room's not terrible, and it could link to the core. We reroll it. I'd hate to use spare room to go across. Let's go ahead and reroll. A bedroom going down isn't good, but this one's okay. I'm just not going to buy anything unless it's a shovel. Shovel for 3 is great. Oh, it's a sale today. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll buy these 2. Those are both very useful for me. Oh my, you really want to close this off, huh? Okay, parlor's okay. Utility closet, not necessarily great. We're just going to take the parlor because I want to keep moving. Okay, that's fine. What do we have? Statement on the other 2 boxes are true. That one is false because there always has to be one false. Gems are not in this box. Gems are in the black box. That's false. So one of the other ones is false. This says it's not in this box, and this says it's in the black box. Both cannot be true, so one of these is false. Oh, wait. It says the gems are not in this box, and this one says the gems are in the black box. And this says statement and the other 2 are true. So that can't be because then all 3 would be correct. So, yeah, all 3 cannot be true. So one of these is lying. How do we know? Okay, so it's saying not in this box, and this one is saying black box. This one gives us a definitive answer. This one is a I don't know. But we could assume that they're both false because this one is wrong. So it means this one is the box we need. not. Okay, are not in this box. Black box. This one's false. This one's true, which means it's in the box. Okay, well, there's our second fail on that. Ooh, we have to use a key already. It is unfortunate. We get an option for a security room. Ooh, we're gonna have to use a passageway here. Not beneficial, but I do not want to take Mage Chamber. I think I've been in there and there really was nothing that I liked. Oh, well, there's how you would get that option as well. If you need it. Head back this way. There's a servant's quarters. For each bedroom in the house, there is currently one bedroom. So we'll get not a whole lot. Showroom costs 2 gems and luxury items are for sale. I don't like any of those. Let's re-roll. That's worse. Bedroom's okay. Can take a bedroom. That'll give us some extra steps. Nothing else in here. Trying to remember what room was it. Courtyard is not terrible. Drawing room is much, much better. Take the drawing. That will match those two up. Have that room. That's beautiful. And we'll see what we can do here. If we can get one that goes back and forth, that'd be fantastic. Security room would be the answer. We're going to go ahead and redraw. No dice. Take a lab for experimental house features, or just lock it off with a utility closet. Go ahead and do that. You don't like to do that, but we're going to do it. Keep that on. The gymnasium can be off. The dark room can be on. The garage can be on. You could rip one of these off, and then that's the cabinet. What's up with that? That must be showing us something in the future. Yeah, we really didn't need this room, but now we can pick a gymnasium with total immunity, which is just as useful. We didn't get a shovel, did we? Oh, we did get a shovel. Okay, we're going to do digging. For some coins would be the beneficial one. Many coins as we can muster. Just a single coin is not quite... Oh. It's actually a really good time for that, if we can manage this door to be locked. I hope so. Darn. Okay. Kitchen's fine. I mean, a vault key. I'd hate to give up those 2 rooms. Storeroom, yeah, storeroom doesn't really do much for us, but we're not currently stuck. I think we just live with it. Do the special garden key, will that work? No. Gotta use a regular key. It's not helpful. And these rooms are questionable. Best. Let's go ahead and redraw. Maybe we can get something a little bit nicer. Library goes the wrong way. A billiards room gives us maybe some keys. Be very, very useful to have right about now. And hopefully the door to the right is locked and we can use the secret key. What I'm hoping. But this is always an easy one. 4. Well, it's not always easy. It might get difficult. So that's 3 times 4. So you got your 12. And then we have 3 plus 1. So 4 times 2 got 8. Then we have 11 plus 5. So we have 16 times 32. Again. Oh, they will do the same one twice. And that's what I was hoping for, was for some keys. They haven't tucked anything behind this before. Well, they've put a coin on the floor. Please be locked. not get the benefit there. But security room right now would be fantastic. Very, very useful. So we can here mess with the security and say very high security chance. Because we have the car. Set security level. High. Setting. Offline mode. Should do unlocked. Okay. That will work there. Exit out of there. Active. This is not a locked one. This one, take it. Oh, use it there. Oh, well, yeah, that does make sense. As long as it's along the right side, you get it for free. So we can go ahead and pull this one. So if we can get to the left side, we'll have that open. So this could be a basement run. Would be very, very good if we can make that happen. See what we can do. And now there's some more fruit. Really, really useful for us. Let's see if we can dig out of here. Maybe a turnip. Well, there you go. I don't know that salting the turnip is the way to go, but hey, there's to do. Glad we keep getting those. Oh my gosh. As long as it is kind and lets us get away with this. An old tin can. Well, you know, maybe salted. It might be just as delicious. Okay. So we'll head up from here. Ooh, not liking that taking a key. We're a little light on keys at the moment. The gymnasium is actually shut down, but this isn't a good room for it. But I don't know if I want to spend the gems. We'll just take the gymnasium. Because it's shut off. Walk in for free. Ah, sweet. We'll just use the card. Then we can take a workshop or an observatory, which just leads us back around. Maybe a secret passageway could be useful here. Yeah, we'll spend the gem. And typically, green rooms are pretty open. Let's see what we can get here. Just don't be locked. Oh, well, of course it is. That is the benefit of what we get. A cloister for 3 or a courtyard. This one serves as a power source, but we really need that courtyard. Yeah, and we gain 2 gems for a trouble and a few dig spots. Oh, fantastic. What we were hoping for. Now we don't care too much about keys, because as long as they keep giving us these locked doors, we can just keep opening them for free. So we want to go up. Straight ahead would be perfect right now. There it is. We're going to cut off a lot, but that's okay. I'm really focused on getting to the antechamber, and we have a reroll. As long as they're kind about it. Dark room. Actually okay, or a dining room is even better because it's free food. Like that. A pizza. Wow. Really is a great time. Now, we have a furnace, so we could take the furnace choice here, which would be bad. Do I want to use my key here? Yeah, why not? We get a study. While drafting, you may spend gems, a mail room, or an observatory. I'm not minding this. We can take the mailroom just to check it. I think that's what we want to do. Haven't been in here. An order was placed. I don't know what I ordered. I'm in P. Jones. SKR. Wait a minute. SKR 6789. Is that going to matter? Grand Realm of Fen Ares. Pardon me. I had to sneeze. This is from Dad. Okay. And 6789, huh? Going up there in that big house. I think most people would be pretty scared to being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. So much I want to say. Okay. Read through this pretty quick. Okay. Oh, Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing rigid blocks. It's been 7 years since we were last up there. Okay, so there's nothing really there, just a sweet message from Dad. What is this? More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address the client has provided. What is this? Button to activate. Utility room fuse box. Okay, press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. Okay, that's interesting. So I think maybe we got to bring a battery here. Is that what's going on? Oh, we need to get a switch for the cabinet. Then we can turn it on and then you do this little game. Do they have a switch for us? Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender as he is no longer employed with. Anything else we can gain from all of this? Kind of understand how that works now, so that's useful. Nothing else for us to grab here. Okay, I doubt the furnace becoming an important part of this. I'm just going to take the 20 steps and roll with it. Wow, you ate most of it, so that's pretty good. You even salted it because you're just crazy, I guess. That's a little late, but maybe that will work. Okay, so we're going to get, wow, we have 98 steps. Let's get that key. Okay, so what I'm curious about is which one we should open. And I think our answer will be to go all the way back out is the answer for it. Now if we could get alt, nice, a ballroom or a lab. Laboratory gives us more, the dark room has problems. So do you, like if I go in here, he'll go out. Ballroom, set my gems to 2 when you enter it. Is that all it does? Well, it is new. We could just take it. I think that's what we're going to do. Weird as it seems, I think it's not too bad to do that. See if there's anything here. Aha! 6 and 7. So, this was so worth it then. So worth it. So 6 is R. Under the stars, the dance is held. Okay. And 7 is true. First words on the blank are true. Under 2? I think 5 had letters. First word on the letter, or the letters, are the true message. Can I read these again? 2 in Eclipse Ball 1950. Need to know that? Oh, you know what? I'm going to start writing that down. So under under 2. We'll just write that underneath. Under 2. Do work. So what do we have? 1. Okay. Yep, that'll work. And then we'll just take this all the way back in case that it's not that. First words, 1 letters. I think that's what it was. So unfortunate that we did it that way, but yep. I think what we'll do is go to the fountain first. Could go down there, but if the fountain's just open, we might as well take care of it. And there's a free one. Salt your orange because you're crazy. I'm glad we took the mail room here. There's an apple, which will be salted for an extra step. This is just all fantastic. We might as well open this up and see what it is. If it's a dead end, we have basement key, which will definitely not work. You know what? If it's locked, I'm going to leave it locked right now. I would rather have the extra key as we go into the basement. I was going to keep some money here, and I think I will continue to do that. We're just going to turn in what we can. You know what? What are the odds this is 1952? Well, we could try the really long code. 5, 3, 5. 9. No, it is not the child's homework. I just don't understand why there was a note for a safe key that was, in fact, not. They're going to give us perhaps false information, or there is a safe in the underground. We have running shoes as well, so backtracking doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad. Still on 98 steps. Special key, the basement key. Do I still have the basement key? Oh, I do. Okay. Can I go the other way? Oh, this is the reservoir. Okay, so now we need to empty it. Can't do that. Basement? Oh, there's an upgrade disc? Okay. But we have plenty of steps. Concealed entrance, the cliffside exit, the mine cart, forge chamber, tomb entrance, the north lever. We're at 5. Well, we're not at 5. Do we keep that, or are we just leaving it? Okay, good. We'll just keep moving then. I think we're starting to find all the stuff. Mystery is revealing. Okay. Guessing we can't squeeze by even with this. Okay, so we need to pull this back. And wherever this is. Okay, so now we have some answers. Now we need to go up and we'll unlock the other basement door. Because we are seeing this, which will lead to the basement. We're here. Came in from here, I'm guessing. We're going to have to move that around. Fountain entrance. Oh, no. Fountain entrance is 5, so we came in here. What is this? Okay, we'll just have to keep an idea on that one. This is the reservoir that needs to be not full. Now that we did that, guess we have to refill the fountain, drain it from the reservoir. My next idea. Okay, so we know that. I think we go through the corridor and see if we can get anything neat. We do not have a vault. Definitely need to get to the foundation. There was something else. Yes, the pool. Shh, we did that here. That was yesterday. Not have a pool. Ah. Secret Garden also wanted a key, so I think we'll put a key there. So we'll go to the foundation, go down, see what that does. Utility closet, not going to matter. Nothing's good over here. We have the shrine, but only 6. I don't think we want to put in 6 coins, do we? We actually can't. Because if we do that, we can't go through further, so... Okay, well, the shrine didn't end up mattering. Office, a tunnel. Always draw a tunnel while drafting this room. What? Yes. Even though it won't do anything right now. Now we have a forever tunnel here. That's interesting. Okay. Good. We have the tunnel there, which could make it so we could go straight through. We just need to make sure we get to that. Lead us all the way up to the 4th level instantly. And then we could go across and into the foundation, which is very quick. Mystery part of it? This is a very, very potent run here, if we want to call it that. Down to 7. Now we're going to get a little bit of extra here. And down, we're still at 85 though, and you normally start at 50. We are very far ahead of the game here. Just have to hopefully get a pool. Or do we need the pool? No. We need a pump. Yeah, that's what we need, which we didn't get. Would have been nice. But we can unlock this too. Wait. Oh, I see. So I'm guessing these stay unlocked. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not seeing valued here. Okay. Where are we right now? Hmm. Okay, that would have been very unfortunate to not notice that. No, we'll put it past that. That beneficial? Okay, this is wild that we're getting this many secrets found. Now we can move this one. Just enough to let that through. We can keep pushing it all the way down and out of the way. Don't know what that'll do for us. Maybe it's more of a permanent thing. What is this? Why would we need that? Looks like we're going to be solving unheck. Pull that back a little bit more. I don't want it to try and keep pushing. Bar, just pull it back a little bit. I think we pull this one backwards, or we can push it up. I don't see how you're going to start climbing. Have this one like really nowhere. Okay. What will this do for us? Just looking for potential answers. Where to start climbing. Not have an answer to get around to the back of that. This looks like on it. Back there. Okay. Ah. Good. Go ahead and put that there. Raise this up. Then I don't think we need to go across there anymore. Is that correct? No, we do not. Okay, so we can fall off. We can push all the way down. We're going to have to pull that all the way back up again. I already see that that's going to be a thing. So we need to be careful with that. You have to do it this way. How far am I? We're about right there. Okay. I think we need this. Perfect. I think so. This, we raise it up. I think that should work. What's up here? There is an unknown door here, just like in... Oh, do you think that's where you need the Battery power, maybe. Could be. That seems likely. But we don't tend to get that item when we need it. Go down here and read some notes. The north lever is underground. Secret garden is the left. Greenhouse is the south lever, which we have gotten once. East lever is the Great Hall as the other one. No. So we'll write that down. We'll put that up there as a major. Levers. North is underground. East. Great Hall. West. Secret. South is Greenhouse. Make sure this is all put in correctly. There we go. Now we have all the levers. Good. It's useful information. Nice. What is this? 100 bells. Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. What? You wouldn't make me actually wait that long, would you? Really? I'll put it down here. 100 bells. Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. I hope not. But that could be the red envelopes. Anything over this way? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, now we can press this button. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. This go. Oh, we're on the other side? Reservoir, if you empty it, you could go down there. Like, if you do, there's a tunnel there. So our boy will not swim. Okay. Nice. Ooh, now I wonder where this will go. Okay, well, before we commit to that, this is the... Okay. Okay, because we already pulled back the other one. Should be that one. You can guide that somewhere. You can only go to here. Let us do... What? Oh my. Okay. We're not ready for that one. We need to get more extensions. This is so much more involved than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Go ahead and turn this again. That will go absolutely nowhere. So that will lead over to there. Okay. Good. See what this switch does. Oh, now it turns it further. Okay. I even want to know what's back here yet? Uh-oh. Looks like we need a key. I mean, I had other mysteries to solve here. Oh my. Is that the... Oh, okay. And then we have another door that wants a specific key. 46. There it is. You think it takes our key? That is the real question. Because it might not. That looks like the vent's open. Okay. So that leads over to there, which we were at. So I think now what we want to do is turn this. We reach the other one. Now, what is this little alcove? Oh. Actually something mysterious. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. 608. After almost 3 years in the tunnels, SNR has informed me that we will be closing up the site in June. It has been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historically significant excavation over the past 30 odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world. Maybe one day. Still, there is a significant amount of work, excuse me, that has yet to be done. It is vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be many generations before they are reopened. This unlocks this little thing. So now we can spin this. So not that one's there, but that one. And then we go through it. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. We're solving this. It's a little slow of a process, but it is a process that is working. Looks like it's going to lead us over to that one note so we can see what that is worth. Okay. Back around. Sucks the reservoir isn't emptied, but hey, can't win them all. Oh, we do want to go through this way. Fantastic. Looks like you could almost squeeze through those if you wanted. Oh. We have to go back up anyway. Well, we're going to, but I need to stop by the security room. I totally forgot to do that. Okay, new secret floor plan. Like to permanently add Mechanarium to your drafting pool. Has one door for each mechanical room in your drafting pool. Yes. Yes, I would like. Oh, here's the map. Okay, so we're at this, which we already went through 9 to the north lever. So we've solved that. The reservoir has something in it. There's an excavation tunnel here. 7. We've been to there. That's the torch chamber, is it not? Yes, because we ran. Oh, we did not go through here. We were here, but we don't know the way through that yet. We were in this basement, which led us through here. And then 1 is the foundation elevator. Oh, yes, yes, that makes sense. So we came in here, solved this puzzle, but we need to find a way through there. Oh, because it's been closed. Oh, the catacombs are here. So we could have solved it here, too. Interesting. We saw that door. So yeah, you have to solve it on this side, and it looks like it's in that guy's tomb. We got to figure that out. I don't know how we're going to figure that out. And 7 is the torch chamber, which I think you would need a specific light for that. 4 is the minecart, which we have currently pushed here, unfortunately. Reservoir is another weird one. Wonder how you get through that. 3 is the cliffside exit, which we did see, but it's blocked by a bunch of boxes. So I wonder if we get through there, do something. Okay, so we got an idea. So that cliffside is an entrance, and the catacombs is an entrance there. Okay. Doesn't actually help us all that much to see all of it currently. I'm not sure what raising the whole thing will do for us. There is nothing else here besides the map. I wish we could take it, but I guess you're technically taking it off the site. Um, my goodness. What a reward. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's round this again. I think we went through this way over to there. See what that did. What about this one? Oh, this just turns it some more. Oh, this one just leads you to the same thing, huh? Okay, this unfortunately will not be a useful one. That one is just kind of a... You trapped yourself. Well, you could go see the map earlier if I had done it. I did not. Now, there's some way to get this to raise. We got one to be there, and it went over to the map. If we pick the other one, it would go over to that one, correct? Let's go do that. Yes, that led to the map. Let's do... Oh, no, if we do that... Should lead to there? If I'm correct on this? Oh, no, it leads to there. Okay, that's not correct. Oh, that one could have went there. If we went from there to there, that would have worked. I think... yeah, from there, you could go to this one, which I think raised it, but then you would be... What stuck? That one goes to that one. I think it was that one that lifted it. So let me make sure of that. I think this one lifted it, so it went higher. Yes, so that's the one that goes higher. So what's our answer here? If set it up to that one to go over to here, as it shouldn't be straight across, it's one less. We go to here with there. Let me see. That one would be here, and it'll lead us to the... Okay. There's potential there? Now, if we had this one go across, it would lead to there. So we need to aim it, this one here to there. I think that one just turns it, if I recall. We didn't bother doing that again because I didn't see a value, but now I see a value. I think. Value there. Okay, so now we can pull this. Let us go this way. This will let me turn it. Is there one I haven't been to? Oh, there's stuff up there. I don't think there's any doors, though. What do we gain by doing this? We've been to every single spot. We've been in every door, so why would we... I think if we just leave that up there, maybe there's a value to it. Is the answer? Yeah, I think we're done here. I'm messing around with something that will not give me answers. Okay. So the reservoir and the tomb are both answers waiting to happen. I think we go back, we go to the security room. Now's the time. There is also... Oh my, did I lock myself in? Not quite. We don't need to do this anymore, so we can pull this back. We go up there and take a look at the one door. I'm not sure why it's not open. Guessing we need the battery down here for that one. Is my thought on that. Not seeing any puzzles here that would make sense. Yeah, let's just go and upgrade a room here. That feels like a wise idea. Finding so much here. More than I ever thought we'd really find. This was meant to be just a small little array into it here. Just to, you know, I get a little progress. But, wow. Just wow. So much progress being made. Okay, so let's get a floor plan upgrade here. Yeah, so we need to go here. We still have 83 steps, which is an insane amount of steps. Hey, and even more steps. There you go. Yes, please. Upgrade me. Mail room? There's one where it gets delivered same day. Same day delivery, no contact delivery. The package will be dropped off on the entrance steps the day after drafting this room. Freight shipping. A very large package will be delivered here 3 days after drafting. I think I like this one over this one. Because the mailroom, you can't rely on getting it, but at least that one drops it off if you get it, and then it'll be there next day. Oh, look, a banana. Okay, so we've looked at most everything. We go up this way to maybe find some more things. The main one I think we want to do here is we want... What do we have right now? We have the magnifying glass, but we don't have the important thing, which is the what do we metal detector. That would have been really nice. Special key, we have a basement key, won't matter. Does not fit. We'll go ahead and just throw this key in there. See what we can get. Lab or an East Wing Hall is okay. That gives us 2 value, but they're probably both locked. Or dark room. I think we're better with the East Wing here, and hopefully it's not double keys, but it probably is. Not locked. There's an observation. This is okay. And it takes a gem, which hurts. Go ahead and check it, because this is 15, which is a new one. Oh, wow. That I'm not buying today. You're out of keys. Go ahead and check this. That is also locked. Guys, I think that is everything we can do today. Got the tunnel set. But this will always draw a tunnel while drafting. So if we want the tunnel, it'll always be there. Which is not bad. That is not bad. Now how do we follow that up? At this point, we could run back out and drop off what gold we do have, which is fine. Do not have a workshop. its own problem. Glad you're here to see the end of this run, Keyman. Yeah, I think we can exit here, go drop off 5 gold, which is a pittance of money. Sadly, that's our only choice. It's actually only going to be 4 gold. Don't have any more value there. Yeah, you can see that there's a spot right here. Looks like it should be opened. Can't believe with all of these, we never found thing we really need. And there's nothing really to look at in here. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'm not done today. That would have been wildly unfortunate if I pulled the dummy move there. Oh, boy. I wasted a key. Okay. Hopefully it's asking for a specific key and not a key that I don't have. Wait, is it open? What? Did I just win? What? Oh. Oh my. Well, how about that? We'll just take the win. Okay. I feel like there's so much more for me to find. I didn't think we would just suddenly solve the whole rest of it, but we sure did. I'm sure there's a lot more to discover here. But there you go. There was a winning run apparently. We never got into the garden. There was that tunnel that we kind of found an item, but there wasn't much else. I don't know if there was more to that. There was that secret entrance. There was the catacombs had a puzzle that I didn't really spend the time to try and figure out. I assumed you needed the melting glass to like light up all the candles. Is what I think was supposed to happen. But I do know you can move the arms of the statues. So they could be up or down. And I'm not sure of it. When I moved them, I assumed, farming equipment goes down, royalty and stuff goes up. That didn't seem to open anything up, but that would have gotten us into the basement there as well. But it seems like we were always super close to it. You have to get that perfect run once you have it close. Now, I'm curious about the double sale. I should have checked, but I didn't expect the game to end. I thought it was more, now you got to look for the key. I guess not. Just can't believe we won like that. I felt this was just, to help me set up some more things, maybe pick up some pieces while I was recording. Well, there we are. Huh. How about that? Your new home. Oh, I don't want that to be a home. Only 90 steps taken. 4 new rooms. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I guess you can keep going. Oh. Huh. All right. The next day. It is just called The Next Day. Only open in the event of inheritance. Dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. But life is a journey of growth, growing up, growing older, growing wiser. In our ease, growing into the Baron of Reddington, the Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash, and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful. Any measure of other things. Always clever. When I inherited Mount Hawley, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. Felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation, I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. As I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. Never really had any goals or objectives to strive towards. Never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. Never had a Room 46 to reach. Now that you have reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there, or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Wow. Thanks for my allowance. Oh! What did we get? Oh, is that what we ordered? See, now this is where the value is. Then you get it early, you can build around it. Oh, this is great. Oh, I probably shouldn't have picked that up. Anyway, guys, I think that'll be a perfect time to stop here. There's still a lot more for me to find, but I guess we got the technical ending of the game. I'm just a little unsure. It seems like there's still more secrets. Maybe a true ending is what I'm thinking. So I'll probably have more of this in the future. I want to light all those fires. I want to find the code into that garden. I don't know how I missed it. That I don't know. It's a little weird that I didn't find it yet. I think you need the magnifying glass on that specific picture to see it. I just can't find that picture again. We have the music letters that we need to find. Very important as well. We have the fifth music page to find as well. There's so much more to find, and I will probably be going for that. But for the situation where maybe I don't continue this, or you stop watching any future randomness I do when I get lost trying to find secrets, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this playthrough of the Blueprints, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next game. Probably another puzzle game, I would assume, in that scenario, if you're already watching the Blueprints. I really did like this game. Very, very fun. It was not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be you would go into a new room, you solve the puzzles, they say, okay, pick your next new room and solve those puzzles. I did not imagine it was going to have actual roguelite elements that each day reset, and the puzzles were more broad in terms of the whole game instead of what it was. We also, as well, we didn't find those envelopes now that I think about it. That is its own mystery to find. But there's just so much more for me to look for here. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed again, and I'm going to get out of here. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, whichever the case is for you. I'm out of here. Stay majestic.